The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on March 2nd, 2021, under the constellation of Pisces in the mental week, examining through the crown chakra. I am, I shine, I am shining. My sun radiates all possible light. Its brightness is immeasurable. So much so that everything around me becomes luminous. The planets reflect so much light that they all look like stars, and the more I expand, the more ecstasy I feel. I am a sun, tiny and magnanimous. My irradiation is such that even space seems to become clearer. The ranges of my rays expand a rainbow into infinity, crossing each other in all directions, making the deep, dark outer space become clear, whitish, luminous. I am. You are light. Me. I am light. I become light. But I am so much light that I cannot see anything. I am no longer seeing planets, much less the stars. The colors are so light that I can hardly distinguish them, and they fade more and more the more I radiate. Everything is white. There is nothing. I am emptiness. Me, yes, there is only my idea that I am, and that I am that light, but there is nothing else there. I am. You are alone. Me, yes, alone. I am. And what is that only thing you perceive? I am. I perceive nothing. Nothing I perceive. I am. Pay more attention. What do you see? Me. I see images. I see the same as when you close your eyes. Flashes of photons trapped in an ocular retina, or some dust particles passing in front of the cornea with their strange shapes. It's like dreaming. Nothing seems real. Everything seems like just imagination. For I know they are not there, and yet I see them. I am. They are your projections. Me. What is in me, and that the light that I radiate reflects off like a play of light and shadow. I am. That sort of subtle, imaginative daydreaming, which seems to design the blank background, is what you naturally possess in you, and that the light of your being projects out, radiating its light. Your mind will seek to cling to that which it imagines before it in order to make sense in the midst of so much light that produces emptiness. Now, concentrate on yourself. Close your imaginary eyes and observe yourself. Me. Wow. What I see is strange. Light emerges from me, but there is so much of it in me that it has begun to dull itself. The light seems to devour itself, as if it cannot contain itself. I am no longer a sun. I'm like a black hole, a point surrounded by light. It's like having turned space upside down, and everything that was black is now light, and what was shining is now black, like the negative of a photo. I am. Photons are elementary particles. They have a charge of 0, and they travel at constant speeds, being generators of all electromagnetism, producing all types of light radiation. They can be harmless, such as those that, when reflected on objects and from these to the eyes, allow us to see shapes and colors. On the other hand, they can be deadly, such as X-rays and gamma rays, which destroy the electron shell in an atom, producing harmful mutations. Although the same in minimal quantities produce evolution, which has made it possible for us to exist as humans with our particularities. Photons can behave as particles or waves. That is to say that, in contact with matter, they have a physical body transporting energy. But if they are refracted or reflected, they behave as a wave, as vibration. Me. So when I project myself from the outside, what we call fractalized or reflect, is nothing more than the vibration of my mind that, when in contact with matter, will make the thought become a reality. I am. Mind creates all reality by its vibration. Now, something interesting happens. Space is full of light. It is not black as you see it at night. Me. What do you mean? I am. Yes, space is full of photons traveling at great speeds, emitted by every star, by every galaxy. But the distances are so great that these particles take billions of light years to get from one galaxy to the other. Thus, our eyes are not able to capture them. The white light begins to refract on its way to warmer, redder colors, which then cool down in the distance to blue, and as they scatter farther away, they give the sensation of darkness. But space is full of light. It just hasn't reached us yet. When you look at an infrared image of space, you will see many hidden objects, which are so far away that the vibration waves are very low, making them visible only with devices that can pick up these waves, which the human eye cannot do. When you enter yourself outside of time and space, the curvature of both makes everything that exists relate to you, and because of this, photons no longer travel in tempo-spatial distances, but remain there, always being around you. This compresses all the particles that compose you, generating so much radiation that they destroy the nuclei of your atoms, wasting all of their energy, turning it into a mass of neurons that collapses on itself, creating a black hole, which consumes the light around it, and that is the origin of all things. Me, nothingness itself. I am. That is where everything arises. You are Alpha and Omega, and whatever you see is but a remnant dream within you. All things return to you, and therefore you become the origin of all things. Me, I understand, I believe. It is like a beautiful paradox in that the origin is within each one at the same instant that we are consuming its energy. And yet, having done so, we will only be generating a new beginning. I am. This is the first dimension, where beginning and ends are extremes of the same line. They are hemispheres of the same point. You can see that the first dimension is explained by a pole, that is, an axis, a line with two ends. But this line is nothing more than imagination. It is only a human perception of a non-existent sphere. Me, non-existent. It is imaginary? Then who lives in the first dimension? Are there beings there? I am, yes, they all live there. Dimensions come from the Latin word die, which is two, and mentio, to measure. That is, the measure of 2 points. That is to say, the reference points of the one who observes toward the observed. Dimensions are not places where to live. dimensions are measures of the same reality. Thus, you live in all dimensions. Me. I suppose, then, that this week we will visit all dimensions? I am. And we begin with the one that originates all the others. Look for it within yourself. Close your eyes. What do you feel? Me. I search and I find nothing, because nothingness is infinite. I am. And then you have found two things already. Me. What things? I am. Nothingness and infinity. And you can only do two things from these two. Create all and manifest the finite. Then you can get out of this feeling. Me. And how do I do that? I am. By moving, turning on yourself, making the alpha look for the omega, as if you want to see your back turn, and the faster you do it, the image of your back will be in front of you. Me. It is strange but true. The eternal movement is what allows me to see what is hidden. I am. The eternal movement is what you call love. When you love the divinity within you, you will move in all directions, seeing the unseen, making nothingness become all. Infinity becomes finite. Static becomes motion. Light becomes darkness. Let alpha become omega. Me. Why would I want to do something like that? To create the finite? To create darkness? I am. Because a star only shines in shadow. Because being manifests in an individual. Because art expresses itself in patterns. The question is not why create all of this. The question is why not create it? Me. So, from the first dimension is that we create ourselves, and it lives in us, within us, in every point that constitutes us. I am. That's right. You are a limited hologram of an unlimited particle, just so you can play at being. Me. Wow. I am. The beginning lives in you, and it is love that keeps you vibrating. So, love, 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 love. Me. I am divine love. I am. Welcome to the Piscean dream.